I see this woman who I remember as the niece, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have gotten so big. And then all of a sudden, my brother-in-law's brother says, oh, that's my wife. You must be talking about my daughter. And I was like... Good morning.
Whoa.
Good morning. Oh my gosh, I missed that.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'll have to look at the
I'm not good at
video
limbo. Never been
it.
good at limbo. Look at the microphone hog over here. Look at her.
It's
Good morning.
fine, you know?
Yeah, it's fine right in front of you. Are you going to sing a solo
Hey,
today?
you know what? It's all right.
It
Because I
is.
figured out our audio issues, but it's fine.
It's all right. I don't think we have issues.
Oh, we don't?
No.
Okay.
It's about... yeah. So...
So, I don't have news today. So, for anyone that comes on here to get the breaking news that I report,
Free flying!
I have no news. Oh, I do have news.
Well,
I do.
We'll get to that
No. Okay.
in just
sure.
a moment.
All right, you go on.
I'm free flying here. That's what this is.
Free flying.
I'm
Oh,
free
yeah,
flying.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to just go with the flow.
We're going to go with the flow. That's
All right.
right. Because when you wake up in the morning time, do you ever say, I can't imagine you're ever like, I got to go do these things.
Oh, yeah, I have.
No, you can't. Like,
I
okay.
got to get up and take care of the kids.
Yeah.
There have been times that I've done that until I finally realized, I'm like, you know what? I have an awesome life. Mm-hmm. I don't have to go to work.
It's easier to say when none of your children are in diapers anymore.
Exactly. You're right. And my baby's now 10.
You're like, oh, this isn't so
almost
bad.
11. I can't believe that.
I know.
She'll be 11 in January.
I've been calling her 11 for like 2 years, so I think I said I was talking to someone. I'm like, yeah, my 11-year-old daughter. She's like, Dad, I'm 10.
Yeah, our kids always correct us when we say the wrong age.
When your kids,
And then don't even ask us about the grades they're in.
yeah, no, we don't know. When your kids call you
Especially
out,
when they're homeschooled.
right? When they call you out about like you missing on their age. Now I know all their birthdays. We know their birthdays. We're good at that.
Yeah.
But by the way, if you are like me and you either have a bad memory or a lot of kids, or maybe it's your nephews and nieces, there's something this is like the surefire way to do it.
Okay.
You just overshoot their age on purpose by like 5 years
Okay.
or 10 years. And say, wow, I can't wait to celebrate your 20th birthday. And then the kid's like, ha ha, Uncle Donnie, I'm only turning 12. And then you know, and you don't have to tell them, I didn't know how old you were turning.
Okay, so, which kind of, I just started thinking about this funny thing that I did a few years ago. Okay, and it's perfect for now, as Thanksgiving's rolling around and family members are getting together, and maybe there's some family members that you haven't seen in a while, and so you were saying about like kids growing up and everything. Okay, well, we had gone to, what? Oh, okay.
I'm thinking my eyes are aglow with Thanksgiving.
Okay, so this little mistake I made happened a few years back with my sister at a gathering. I don't even know if it was Thanksgiving. And we got there, and her husband's family was there too, and I hadn't seen them in years. So I see this woman who I remember as the niece, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have gotten so big. And then all of a sudden, my brother-in-law's brother says, oh, that's my wife. You must be talking about my daughter. And I was like, okay, awkward. So basically, I was telling his wife, who...
You've gotten big.
And she's gotten so big.
And she was a tiny woman, too.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh my gosh. I felt so weird and so awkward. But anyway, it just kind of reminded me of that funny story.
Yeah, and we listen, we're making all of our Thanksgiving plans, right?
Yeah,
we get to have, it's almost like I feel like the kid growing up who thank God I wasn't one of these, but it's like maybe you were. But it's like the kid with two parents, so they get to have two birthdays.
Yeah.
We get to have two Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
This actually three. We have like three kind of
this
Thanksgivings.
Year. Like we were saying about
year.
meeting or seeing family that you hadn't seen in a while. So get a treat I get a treat this Thanksgiving. Well, it'll be a few days after, but my dad is coming down with his wife, and I found out that I think she's 95 or 96, I don't know, year-old grandma she'll be here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like,
she's still with it?
Oh my gosh.
Her grandma's still with it?
No.
No.
She's not.
Okay.
That's the unfortunate. She won't remember me, so.
But it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And for a while, actually, I wasn't, this wasn't my favorite holiday. I actually didn't like Thanksgiving for a while.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Or did you?
No.
Because every year for us, we'd pack up and we'd go down to to my grandparents down in the Tampa area. And it wasn't so much like, it was like the people were great. It was fun, but it was like two things, I think. Number one, we couldn't eat all day until Thanksgiving meal was done.
How it is, though?
And they would start, kind
of.
When you're growing up, you can kind of, you do those things as you're walking by the Oreo Delight or whatever. But it's like, so there's the fasting all day long.
Yeah.
And like, this is a religious holiday. You can fast. So that was kind of like what we.
Oh my God.
And the other one is the kids' table.
Okay. You didn't like that.
Well, it was like two different classes of people. So there's kids, and I was at the kids' table. If I went back there today, I'd still be at the kids' table.
Yeah.
I would be. So those are the two things I think that made me a little bit slower to progress into this great holiday.
Into Thanksgiving until we started having our own. But it's kind of it's interesting because like there's the traditions where you have, everybody goes to grandma's and that's what you do, and then it's like, when do you pass it over where your own family is having, and when do you set those traditions, right? Like we've had those discussions, like, do we do our own Thanksgiving because we still need to go over to visit mom and grandma? It's like, when do you say, you know what, I'd really like to just celebrate my own Thanksgiving with my husband and children, and rather than it being, having to drive everywhere, which a lot of people love doing that and having like 5 Thanksgiving dinners that same day. I don't know. I mean, I guess, well, for us, we've always done the flip-flop. So we do one year, my mom and sisters, because my dad's in another state, so we never really spent Thanksgiving with him. And then the other. But, the past few years since traveling, we've had a lot of time to just celebrate with our, with our...
It's kind of forced us into that.
Yeah.
And then coming back, we love being around the people.
It was hard last year, though, because we were in Mexico
and
we're like, anything. I couldn't find anything that I wanted. No.
So...
like, I couldn't even find, green beans for green bean casserole. They don't have it. No.
Yeah, no, I know.
Not even in
Didn't we eat chicken or something like that at the chicken place? Or what did we do for...
So I made...
Oh, we had like a Mexican...
I think I made like baked ziti or something.
Yeah, something like that. Then we invited...
No, it wasn't even a Mexican.
We invited Mexicans over to...
We invited
to give thanks for the great country of America.
Yeah.
So, all right, so here's the thing. I'm thinking, like, you just said this. Hey, like, you at some point, you have to go create your own traditions.
Yeah.
And the reality is we have 8 kids, and so we have to actually kind of up our game. We have to be ready so that when the other grandmas or the other parents of like our kids' spouses, when they're having Thanksgiving, we got to have like a better Thanksgiving.
Right.
So they're like, ooh, no, I want to go to whatever we're going to call ourselves. I don't know. What
I know. We're like, I always think about that. I mean, not always, but
So here,
like, I wonder what I'll be called.
Here are some. I remember you mentioned one thing of like you thought it would always be neat to watch a movie. Like after Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Did I? You said that one time. It stuck with me.
It's called Hallmark Christmas Movies.
Oh gosh, no, no.
Which
please.
is part of my news, by the way.
That
I
is
just
part
realized I need to update you.
So here are some Thanksgiving traditions that some people do, and I thought we can go through a few of these and see if any of these fit.
Okay.
Here we are, because we do a little bit of extra stuff for the Christmas holiday, and we stretch it into other things, and we bring other characters in.
True.
So let's just see.
Okay.
So some people do frozen turkey bowling.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
That sounds frightening.
It is. It's actually that's just like
And the guy in
you set up pins just like in
Okay,
bowling,
no.
and you slide a frozen
that
turkey.
might be with your side of the family.
Yeah. And no lie, I used to work
see
at
that happening.
Mom, Dad, they don't watch anyway, so it's okay. You can say it. When I worked at a grocery store that's very popular here in Florida.
Yeah.
We were responsible for cleaning the floors at night.
Okay.
And sometimes such hijinks ensued, and I have been a participant in turkey bowling. It's not.
Oh my God.
It's not everything it sounds. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Wow, that's scary.
There is something called the turkey toss.
Yeah.
Where they dress a turkey in a baby onesie. Oh, this is disgusting. They douse it in lighter fluid.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, this is I'm from here. And then they light them on fire and they throw them across the length of the football field. Okay, that's
kind
weird.
of frightening.
There's Black Friday.
Black Friday, yeah. Which has totally changed the way that people do it nowadays.
Yeah. Ghana has a yam blessing. I don't really want to do that one.
Okay. Thanksgiving Day pumpkin smash. Okay.
That sounds like it could be fun.
What is that? Looks like rats in it.
Those are monkeys. No, otters or something. That's at a zoo.
Okay,
So zoos will do
weird.
that. The Wild Turkey 81 Eating World Championship. So it's people who
Oh yeah,
they
people that eat
turkey eating
a lot, yeah.
contest. I'm not going to look at that one. Thanksgiving masking. Pardoning a turkey.
Oh, I've heard of
Like
this.
a president always
Yeah.
does that and pardons a turkey. And
Turkey
trots.
trot, yeah.
Right,
I've
turkey
done
trots
that.
you've done that?
No, did I say that?
You said, yeah, I've done that.
No, I mean,
Been there, done that.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Not done it.
It's where you go on a run.
Sorry.
It's like where you go on like a 3 mile.
I do trot
like
though.
a 5K run, turkey trot.
In the mornings.
I don't know what Ragamuffin Day is. North Tech has a pie throwing event.
Oh, fun.
That could be fun. There is a Thanksgiving pie eating contest.
Okay, I could do that.
I really don't know how to pronounce that. Crabs. Cracking the
Oh
wishbone.
yeah, of course.
Do we do that?
Everyone.
Do we like make a moment where we crack the wishbone?
Nah.
It's usually.
I mean, I used to do it as a little kid.
It's normally the person who's like cleaning up and putting stuff away. Is like,
Yeah.
I have a wishbone, and
Yeah.
they get to kind of.
But we do that with our kids. We've done it in the past.
And so those are some. Those are actually really a little bit more
Yeah,
tame than I was
that's
hoping they
interesting.
would be. But what can we do? Like we've done things where we've mentioned and we don't live in a place where we can go cut a Christmas tree down. But if we did, would that be a cool day to do it? Maybe next year.
2 years ago when we had that was so nice.
Maybe next year when we live up near the Great White North.
That's if we go. We're still trying to decide. But that's for another episode. So no, I think I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like this weekend is probably going to be not this weekend.
It's gonna be a little wild. I think.
Why did I think that Thanksgiving was this Thursday?
Weird, wild, wacky, and woolly.
Next time it's going to be. I feel busy for
Is it?
us.
Is it for you? Is it like when sometimes you've woken up and you thought it was a school day or a work day?
Yeah.
Or is that what Thanksgiving is doing to you this year?
I think I don't
Yeah,
know. It's just kind of
sometimes.
throwing me off.
Yeah.
But
So what's your Hallmark news? I think you.
so I was just going to update everyone that I will not be applying for that job. Sorry, honey. You're out of $1,000. No,
I don't get it.
No, really, I realize that I really like watching them, but I don't watch them as much as I thought. And because what happened, here's the thing. I'll put them on for background, kind of just to have it in the background. I don't make an effort to really sit down and watch. Yes, I do. So I record my movies, and I'll do my watching when I am folding clothes, having lunch, and I'll save that one movie. I have like so many movies, and I realize I'm like, you know what? I don't like to be told like you have to watch this amount of or do this amount of stuff within this time frame. I'm not very coachable, sorry, but I do. I don't like to be told to put on a to be placed on just
A regiment?
yeah. And I realize I'm like, I don't want to be like, I'm thinking like in 12 days, 24 movies. Like, what if I don't want to watch the movie? No. So
I think I found a way.
I realized that my Christmas spirit kind of went down in my Hallmark movie. I do like them. Trust me, they'll still be on, even though he thinks that. What?
No, I mean, like, let's be real.
Okay, so
you do watch that many Hallmark movies.
Probably.
You
I
just
don't
don't do it when someone tells you to do it.
But I don't watch them all because there's some of them I'm like, I don't want to watch this. And I only watch certain ones that I think I like, and I record them. And then the other ones, like I'll be washing the dishes or, just kind of put the TV on just to have it on. I'm not really watching it. Mm-hmm. Like sitting down and saying, okay, I'll watch this movie all the way through and for 2 hours.
And this is one of those areas, by the way, where
sorry.
like we are completely opposite. I don't like the TV on for background. I don't it bothers me. For a while, I actually was like, oh, how shallow. That was like, oh, why is TV always on?
Times that I did that. Yeah.
TV was my enemy. Like it was all of those things.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Now I tolerate it.
Not watching TV.
But it's interesting that you have an element of the syndrome that the kids said that I have. And I actually got a nickname for it when once upon a time we were climbing up a mountain and I decided to take a different path.
Yeah.
What do they call me?
I don't know.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't just say it, like, don't tell me what to do. They have to actually use, like, the Popeye voice.
Don't tell me what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like that when it comes to Hallmark movies. Or anything. Honey, I want you to watch at least one Hallmark movie every single day.
I can do that, yes.
I really want you to
like where I have to sit down. See, when I have to sit down, watch it, criticize it, and all of that, I think it loses the effect. So that's why I was like, I'm out of the job because I don't want to sit there and say, now I got to sit down and write a review. And I'm not, and then go on social media. And honestly, this time of the year for me is very, like, I love the festivities, but I also like to be more
kind of withdraw.
And I like to kind of just,
What's this? We do this right here.
I don't know. It's like that, get your cozy socks on and
it reminds me of the
just
little
have my family around me and nobody else, just family. I mean, when I say family, it's like Donnie and me and the kids.
Thanks for defining what family is. The Ohana.
Well, some people might say my family, and they have like the extended family.
And other people are like, it's the mafia, the family.
It's the family, or church family or whatever, work family, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of like have that feeling of like, I got to get away, Let's go to Alaska, honey, and our son's in Montana. We can go there. Kind of hide out in a little cabin. Doesn't that sound so nice during the holidays?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, just like Thanksgiving feeling. Doing that? Or if you're with your family, yes.
No, Thanksgiving, yes, family. Like just I don't know, sometimes I just, that feeling of just kind of withdrawing, and that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I just kind of do that. Anyway, go on.
I'm going nowhere. I'm just
okay.
right here.
But, which I was just thinking about something about how, especially around the holidays, we might feel we're going to be invited to parties and events and do this and do that. And a lot of times we don't want to do these things. And then we'll say them because we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or so how do you, like, I was just thinking about that. It's like, it's hard sometimes to tell somebody no because of that, right? And sometimes we got to be strong and we have to say, you know what? I'm sorry, but I will not be doing this thing, and that takes some strength to do that. And I definitely respect people that will, sometimes those people, yes, might be like, let's say you invite someone and, or they might say, no, I'm not going, sorry, blah, 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 blah. And then somebody might take that offense and say, wow, they never show up to anything.
Right.
And so,
Well, I think that we have, we tie ourselves to things because we judge other people, or we judge a scenario a certain way, or we take an obligation from something that's happened in the past or something that's expected of us. And now something that could be joy-filled becomes something that you got to do.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess if I were to look at it one way and encourage other people out there, because this is how I view it, right? If like, imagine you're a power plant, and so many people, like, you're putting out power and electricity and all of these things. So other people are dependent upon you to do that. You can't do that if you don't have energy.
Right.
Okay. Now, when you look at the obligations, the work parties, the this party, the that party, the neighborhood party, and this $10 gift and that 20. This is budget and time, by the way. I want you to think about the energy that you are putting out for that, because that's now energy that's not going out to the people that you're supposed to be serving. Now, so when someone says, "Hey, we're doing this Christmas holiday, whatever, we're doing this. Will you come?" If you feel like that's going to be something that brings energy in life and power to you, go.
Right.
If it's something to where you can automatically see that that's going to be a huge power investment for you, time investment, money investment, whatever it is, own what you're doing. Instead of saying, "Oh, I kind of have to," like, you don't have to do anything. It's all optional. So instead, like say, I really appreciate that. Like, graciously just say, like, I don't think that I'll be, like, actually don't say I don't think I'll be able to.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. It's like, you might say, I don't think.
Oh, come on.
I
And
might
then they'll
be
talk
able
you
to
into
make
it, right?
But in reality, you're like, I
Yeah.
really don't want to go to this thing. I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah, like, hey, listen, I'm sorry. It's not going to be able to work out that way this year. You don't owe anyone an explanation of
that's
why.
true.
You're kind of like the why queen.
I'm like the person
Because let
that
me
will
tell you about
tell you everything.
everything. Let me tell you
Like,
about what
even the
happened 2
stress
years
that I'm
ago,
feeling.
and my stress, and my finances, and my family, and my marriage, and my. You don't know when you can just say no, but do it with kindness, do it with compassion, and own it. And when you walk away, like, feel the power of, like, I made a decision for this person right here. I respected this person.
Yeah.
In that, you don't have to do what people.
It's
invite
true.
you to.
I mean, I think it's best to say, when somebody does, you extend an invitation and then they respond with whatever, just a blank statement. And you might be like, wait a minute, I'm the kind of person that would explain and say, apologize over and over why I can't, and this person isn't doing it. But, it's like, I have to stand back and say, you know what? That's awesome that they can do that, and maybe they're not caring about, and not that they're not caring, it's just that they're not going to spend energy and mental energy
at this time
with these little things that are going to spring them down, and to do something they don't want to do.
Like, here's the deal. Do you know when you tell your kid to say sorry? We had that this morning, right? Apologize, say sorry, and they're like, sorry.
Yeah.
And they're doing it because they have to. One of our children got in trouble with another neighborhood kid this recently. Yeah. And our child was just broken and like, I'm so sorry. I'm not normally this way, and I don't know what, and this person was very, very apologetic. The other person that got into trouble, that really was the provoker of trouble, was like, I don't know. Can I go do something else now? Like, there was no, hey, I'm really sorry. There was no truth in it. There was the forced sorry. Now take that and look at the party. Do you want someone to come because they're forced to, or because they want to? Right? You don't want to, like.
And I think that's like, and I bring it up now because people are making plans for holidays and gatherings and things, and it's like you have to, like, I have to go see so and so, Aunt whatever, Beth or whatever, and I don't have an Aunt Beth, but and I really don't want to, and it's like, but then you don't want to hurt your mom's feelings or your dad's or your friend, or anyway, it's just, it can get ugly during this time,
trying to please other people,
because you're trying to really, and that's why sometimes I'm like, you know what, I just want to go to Montana and hide out in a little cabin where I'm not found, and I don't even have phone connection.
So
if I don't want it.
Here's the deal. Think about your holidays. This is a season of giving. It is season of giving. think about yourself as a giver. You're going to be giving time. You're going to be giving money. You're going to be giving resources. And it can be, I don't care if it's a homeless person outside of the Publix parking lot or your sister or your whoever it is, time, money, effort, energy, you're giving. And the one thing that we discovered a few years ago that really was so freeing was we learned that if we're giving, there's only one way we'll give. And it's if there's joy. Mm-hmm. Because the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Not someone who's giving out of obligation because they have to, because someone made them feel guilty, because...
Right.
If you're doing it with joy, do it. Mm-hmm. If you can't do it with joy...
Yeah. And there's, seasons that where you're not going to feel like doing all of this. And then there might be a time where you're like, you know what? I have the energy. I want to do it. I feel happy about making rounds, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
there we go. So I notice, I know where we're at and everything. Mm-hmm. I noticed whenever I was explaining to you like about the whole power station, and I was kind of going into electricity. You were like, "What?" Because electricity is measured in watts.
Oh my gosh, that's a joke.
But no, it's not really a joke. Just a thought. And I was just thinking about like what life was like before the invention of the crowbar.
Okay.
You know the crowbar where you know that thing?
Yeah.
Well, before the crowbar was invented, I don't know, all those crows had to drink at home. I don't know. I couldn't come up with a ton today, but laugh.
Oh my God.
Anyway, tell your own joke.
Yes.
And hey, if you have any Thanksgiving traditions that you'd like to share with us, let us know, because I would love to hear of something really cool so that we can make our Thanksgiving better than the other future grandparents' Thanksgiving or spouse parents' Thanksgiving, so they come to our place.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Make us
right.
better. We need you.
All right, we'll see ya. Bye.